Today we will discuss this MPPSC paper for Zoology for assistant professor that was conducted on 4th of August 2024. So let's start. So a major protein that is needed for coagulation of blood is, as you all know, it is fibrinogen. So let's do it. This is fibrinogen is the right answer for the first question. And the second question is blood from the walls of the heart is brought to the auricle by means of course, the option A is correct, coronary sinuses in the right atrium. The question number third is let's increase some thickness. A complete destruction of the spinal cord in the man at the level of the thoracic region causes the complete loss of voluntary and sensation of both legs. Third is Hardinian gland is found in the orbit of skin of no, it's eye of the frog orbit you can see. And then the third question, respiration in cartilaginous fish is by 5 to 7 pairs of gills. Which of the following lipids are exclusively found in outer leaflet of a lipid bilayer of plasma membrane? It's glycolipid. These are found on inner leaflet, phosphatidylserine and phosphatidylethanolamine. Nicotinic acetylcholine receptor are types of ligand-gated ion channels permeable for sodium and potassium. Classical nuclear localization of signal mainly consists of basic amino acids, lysine and arginine. Then question number 9, lysosomal storage disease. This one, Kocher disease is lysosomal storage disease. Then the question number 10 is nucleoporin protein which line the central channel of nuclear pore complex contain filamentous domain extended into the central channel. These domain contain amino acid sequence rich in phenylalanine and glycine. This 11th question, a population is said to be in equilibrium only when actually I'm doubtful about this question because p square plus q square uh, plus 2pq is equal to 1, then this population is said to be in equilibrium. But I think that this where then the this p is equal to q is equal to 1 can be the answer, but let's see what MPPSC gives in its provisional answer key. Then what are the assumption of higher dividend principles with equilibrium? So the higher dividend principle says that in a large random mating population, it remains in equilibrium when there is no selection, no migration, no mutation. So B is the right answer for this one. Question number 13, which one of the following is an incorrect match? So of course this epigenesis theory, it is given by firstly given by Aristotle, then Casper and Eldridge Wolff, not by this Sutton and Boveri. During Carboniferous period, two important groups of winged insect that involved were, of course, the cockroach and dragonflies. These are the oldest group. Absolute ages of geological events can also be determined by radiometric dating only. Then, in case of animal, which hierarchical arrangement is correct? Of course, the D1 is the correct. Then the term taxonomy was coined by A.P.D. de Candolle. Phonetic taxonomy is based on phonetic. This term is related with statistical methods. So this is statistical used in taxonomy. Which body organization in animal is correctly matched? I'm again suspicious here, but this is unicellular amoeba. So this is the most correct. I'm looking here. Cell tissue level. I'm not sure about either. It can be cell level or either it can be tissue level. Tissue organ level. I'm again suspicious about this, but let's see what MPPSC gave us in their answer key. So which is not caesocillus filament. So the all these are the uh, These all these animals have eucylon. So this again question I'm doubtful about. Then diffused nerve net is found in Coelenterata. These are all also called as cnidarians. Then radial nerves are found in Echinoderma because they have radial symmetry. So apoid larvae are found in bees and wasps. In rotifers, paddle glands adhesive material so that they can adhere to the substrate on which they wants to move. The colonies of like ectoprocta, ectoprocta are known as CMATs, like the bryozoans. This is used in the treatment of hyperuricemia and gout. So the allopurinol is used for this treatment of hypouricemia and gout. The next question is in tRNA, the DR is named so because the presence of this dihydrouridine. C is the right answer. Then DAS is a neurotransmitter that passes nerve impulse across synapse between adjacent neurons. So acetylcholine is the right answer. Then Cry-to-cat syndrome is caused by deletion is question number 31. It is short arm of chromosome 4, chromosome P. P is the short arm and Q is the long arm. Which of the following is a trinucleotide repeat disorder? So Fragile X syndrome is a trinucleotide repeat disorder. Others are like meiotic dystrophy, neurodegenerative disease like Huntington disease, spinocerebellar. These all are trinucleotide repeat disorder. Then the enzyme that rearranges the atoms within the molecule is known as isomerases. In dash type of enzyme, anyways, the Km value increases whereas Vmax remain unchanged. This is competitive inhibition, of course, and N's test is used for this mutagenic potential. So C is the right answer. Then common lesion found in DNA after exposure to UV thymine dimer, of course. Then the next question: spontaneous oxidative deaminase causes cytosine convert to uracil, of course. What is the role of Ostriridium in aquatic respiration? C is the right answer. To taste the food. Hemocyanin is basically a respiratory pigment. This is found in mollusks and arthropods. It is a copper containing protein. So excretory organs are not found. These organs are not found in bryozoa, of course. And respiratory organs of crustaceans are gills and body surface. Metazoans member possess unique features such as acetylcholine cholinesterase based nervous system. So they choose the incorrect statement. Modern synthesis theory. So the incorrect answer is D. No, it's the A. It is a merger of Darwinian selection and population genetics. It is a merger of Darwinian selection and Mendelian genetics. Then match the types of isolating mechanism given in column 1 with their examples given in column 2. So A is the right answer. Then comes question number 43. Chemical released by individual to influence the behavior of the conspicuous member of the same species is called as pheromones. And this is pheromones. If I talk about, then the benefit is by the receiver. Like it is found in the predator prey relationship. When prey releases some kind of chemicals and predator perceives it, and then it uses those pheromones to those chemicals to locate the location of the prey, so that predator is getting benefited. So that relationship is that chemicals are pheromones. Learning that takes place when an individual is young and remains a lifetime memory is referred to as imprinting. An environment stimulus that entertains a biological clock is jitterbug, like light, temperature, tidal pattern, etc., which can play a crucial role in the release of neurotransmitter from the presynaptic neurons. Of course, the calcium. Which of the following neurotransmitters also act as hormone? So, dopamine and epinephrine are both the neurotransmitter that are also act as hormone. So the burning and so sorry, the hemidesmosome comprises integral membrane protein linked by a cytoplasmic adapter protein to keratin-based intermediate filament. The principle, like the extracellular matrix adhesion receptor in epithelial hemidesmosome, is this is very like hard kind of question. So integrin alpha 6 beta 4. Name of the structure of gamma junction that allow the small molecule to pass directly between the cytosols of adjacent cells. So of course it is connexin. Then which cell cycle checkpoint is the most crucial in preventing cancer progression? So of course the first checkpoint, which is G1 to S phase checkpoint. The first species of hominin to migrate out of Africa was of course the Homo erectus. Then fitness is basically about the reproductive success. So A, reproductive success of an organism. How does biological altruism increases the fitness? So B is the right thing, because it is increasing the overall survival of the group. You social element exhibit kin selection, of course. Then singing of male bird during the courtship may not be to alarm the conspicuous of the presence of predators. Which mode of inheritance best describe the transmission of Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy disease? Of course, the maternal inheritance through mitochondria. Which technique is used to separate DNA fragment based on their size in a recombinant DNA technology across the electrophoresis, gel electrophoresis? The diagrammatic representation of karyotype of species is known as ideogram. Then, what is the term used for the process of introducing recombinant DNA into the host cell? So, the term used is this transformation. So the next question is, the presence of multiple chloroplast DNA variant within a single plant cell is known as heteroplasmy. Of course, this is question of botany, but they have asked it. What term refer to a gene with cancer causing capacity? So oncogene. Proto-oncogene also have cancer causing capacity, but after a mutation, not before that. For diphtheria, what type of vaccination is used? So toxoid is used. It is a weakened or inactivated form of toxoid. So the next question is, in the digestive system, which specialized cell transport antigen across the epithelium? Of course, the M cells, Pear's patches. What is the major histocompatibility complex referred to in mice? Of course, the H2 complex. Which immune cell primarily controls the tuberculosis? Of course, the CD4 Th cells. Which one is correctly matched? So option C is correctly matched. Again, then question number 67, which one is not a greenhouse gas? Of course, the ozone is not a greenhouse gas. Uh, but if it is in troposphere, it is a greenhouse gas. But if normally it is found in stratosphere only, and if it is found in troposphere also, then it can act like a greenhouse gas. So birds and mammals attain greater body size. Of course, the Bergmann's rule. Then this question you also can do very easily. Its answer is B. Then the concept of biosphere reserve was evolved by UNESCO through Man and Biosphere in 1971. Which cell is the first to be recruited to the site of infection? Of course, the cells that are in abundance, neutrophils. What is the role of teichoic acid and leptoteichoic acid in bacterial infection diseases? So these are the component of gram-positive bacteria that aid in adhesions. Then what is the primary function of the bacterial capsule in pathogenesis? Of course, the immune invasion. Then the subunit of G protein, of course, that has the GT base activity, of course, the G alpha. Which two-second messenger are found in many signal transduction? Of course, the calcium and cyclic uh, AMP. So B is the right answer. Shallow water of the lake along the shore where sunlight is plentiful. It refers to the littoral zone. So again, the option is not given here. So limnatic is open zone, profoundal is deep or dorsal route, rapid is the this thing. What you can say, the reverse flowing zone, and pool zone is different thing. So again, this question is I think going to be deleted. Lichens are no are the example of which interaction? Of course, the mutualism. Then India has been divided into 12, not 12, only 10 by geographic zones. Island biogeography models explain. It explain both size, immigration, distance, extinction events. Who gave the concept of mega diversity center? It was given by Norman Mayers. Starch is a mixture of two polysaccharides, namely amylose and amylopectin. Test pigment present in tomatoes is also terpene, again a botany question. Lycopene. Dash vitamin deficiency causes pellagra B3, which is niacin. So basically, it can also be due to the deficiency of tryptophan, because tryptophan ultimately has to convert into the niacin. So conversion of glucose to glucose 6 phosphate, it is by hexokinase. In exercising muscle cell access, pyruvate converts into lactate, of course. Genotype obtained in F1. So here you can see AA genotype AA. So it will lead to the formation of heterozygotes and recessive homozygotes. Heterozygote, homozygote. Okay. So this dominant will not be formed. So option A is eliminated. Option B is also eliminated. B is also heterozygotes and homozygotes. Heterozygotes, homozygotes, but two different combination will also be formed, like AA heterozygote, then heterozygote, homozygote, and so option B is the right answer. So which genetic marker is commonly used to study trace maternal ancestry? Of course, the mitochondrial DNA. Sickle cell anemia is caused due to recessive mutations on autosomes. Daughter of a colorblind father. Its answer is 1 by 2A. Which one is the following represent a test closed? 1 is to 1 ratio is for dihybrid test closed. Monohybrid 1 is to 1 only. Then the true coelom is present in arthropoda. Of course, two feet are chief organs of locomotion. Although they also help in excretion, digestion, and nervous, but locomotion is their main function. Polyphyletic theory of origin metazoan was propounded by Metchnikoff. This theory says that different animals have different origins. Dash checks food from regurgitation in scorpions. So, did this animals doesn't have any wolf as such. So I'm not sure about this question. So clownworm feeds by filter feeding only. These are found in benthic jaws. In developmental biology, what does induction competence refer to? The ability of a cell to respond to specific inductive signal. Mosaic, of course, the autonomous specification. Why GFP is used? Because this is non-toxic, non-specific, absorbs blue light and emit green light. So all of the above. In spermatogenesis, what is the role of SRI Y gene in mammals? So A is the right answer. Along with SF1 gene, it stimulates the testis development. Which process involves the rearrangement of cells from the three germ layer? Of course, the gastrulation. When two organisms fight for same resources, of course, the competition. Which age pyramid individual indicate low percentage of young individual in the population? Unshaped. Which of the following is not a biotic component? Of course, the humus is not a biotic component. Energy transfer, 10% is transferred, but loss they have asked for 90% is lost. Significance of food chain, all of the above. Then comes the combination of glycolysis and lactic production in muscles and linked to regeneration of pyruvate and glucose in the liver cell it is called as Cori cycle. Then the pyruvate dehydrogenase complex converts pyruvate in which compounds? Acetyl coenzyme A. The conversion of oxaloacetate to aspartate is a transamination. In conjugated protein, a simple protein is united with non-protein substance. This is called as prosthetic group. Dash protein is found in the outer layer of skin. Keratin, of course. Uterus in vertebrate is modified into Mullerian duct. Yes, including man. Hmm. Parathormones is important in regulating calcium and phosphate. So calcium is given here. Girls' disease is related to hyposecretion of thyroxine, of course. The main chemical factor that influences the respiratory center is carbonic acid and CO2. Oxygen, I'm not sure what, but carbonic acid, I'm sure. So, because it is due to the concentration of CO2 at carbonic acid, but they have given oxygen, I am not sure. Muscle contains a oxygen storing pigment called myoglobin, of course. Non-disjunction of chromosome pair 21 during oogenesis. This is due to senescence of oocyte. Which of the following syndrome associated with aging? Hutchinson-Gilford progeria. In which placenta the chorion of the fetus comes direct contact with the endometrium of uterine. So it is hemochorial placenta. Which extraembryonic membrane contribute to the formation of the placenta in mammals? Of course, the chorion. Incomplete urinary placenta is found in raccoon carnivores like dog, cats, seals, bears, etc. Dash is a sorting station where protein, of course, the trans-Golgi network. Protein belong to type 5 nucleolamines. ALU sequences are short interspersed nuclear elements. Then chromatin has been specifically inactivated. This is facultative heterochromatin. Then mini satellite DNA sequences. Mini satellite are basically 1 to 5, and microsatellite are 5 to 10. So with this option, this question is going to delete also. The vector of elephantiasis is of course the Culex mosquito. Metacircarial larva of liver fluke develop into adult fluke only inside its definite host, and definite host is man. Term stifling is used in sericulture for the process of killing cocoons. Male paleomon can be distinguished from female by the presence of appendix masculina in second pleoid. Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute started prawn culturing factory in 1975 at Narakal. Very tough question. Which cells of frogs blastula are capable of inducing the NICU center? So these are the dorsal most vegetal cells. Which hormone is often involved in regulating metamorphosis? Of course, the juvenile and actinium. So these are the right answer. In chick embryo, cranial flexion and torsion occur during 36 hours. Which vertebrate have the most spectacular power of regeneration? Of course, the Urodale. Of course, Hemidactylus also have, but it doesn't have that much spectacular power than Urodale. Urodale contains amphibians like salamander. Which of the following gene or protein is the inhibitor of apoptosis? So BCL2 is the inhibitor of apoptosis. Beam and Noxa are the are increases the apoptosis. Thermoregulatory center in the brain can be activated by both. in the skin and temperature of the blood. In which specialized center respiratory rhythm center is located? So medulla region of brain is the right answer here. Then QRS, of course, the depolarization of the ventricles. Then when the rate of urine secretion is increased, the condition is called as diuria or polyuria. Urina is the accumulation of urea in blood. Diuresis is the correct term for this. Then micturition is under the control of autonomic nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Then during inhibitory phosphorylation, activity of cyclin CDK complex is inhibited by phosphorylation of amino acid in the roof of CDK by V1 kinase. DNA polymerase 3 holoenzyme contains a non-catalytic component which keeps core polymerase associated with DNA template as it encircles DNA and slides along it. This component is known as, of course, the beta clamp. Protein mutase. These are associated with DNA mismatch repair only. Then the Kojak sequence is responsible for facilitating the selection of start codon during translation. In bacterial, Stein-Delgano's consensus sequence is complementary to the 16S rRNA. Then tissue organ level of organization is found in fasciola. Then which migration type and migratory word is correctly matched? So latitudinal migration, golden plover is correctly matched, and the starling is short distance migratory bird. These sandpipers are latitudinary migratory birds, which may be found only in Madagascar and neighboring island. So lemur is only found in Madagascar. According to Skeletor, the largest geographical region is of course the Palearctic region, wherever India is also located. Europe, Asia, north of Himalaya, Africa. Dranculus medinus generally occurs in subcutaneous tissue. So that's all. I have done this all research through internet. So plus minus five you can do, and if there is any suggestion, you can comment below. Okay, thank you.